What's going on, y'all? That boy Gam tapping in one more time with y'all. Just had to, come on here and holler at y'all about something that I experienced this past week. So I had took a trip to New York. Just now getting back from New York, but when I was just looking at New York, man, like you can't help but to respect New York if you from America, man. If you grew up in America, you kind of always looked at New York as like, man, like, wow, that's New York. That's a real American city. That's real, like, Statue of Liberty there, and all the superhero movies that'd be there in New York, Gotham City and Spider-Man, and all of that was basically in New York. And it's an inspiring place, I would say. You see just the big city lifestyle. Immigrants came to the city and thrived, and just the history of it. When you there, you just feel the energy. You like, man, like all these people did all these crazy things there in New York. Like, so it just kind of put it on my mind. Like, I wanted to watch a documentary about the history of New York and all of that. So I go on Netflix and I see the documentary that got out, The Fear City. And it's about, the mob, 5 families that was in New York, and how they basically controlled the whole city of New York. Like, they just had the city of New York, like, under their grip. Like, it was their city. Like, the biggest, most popular city in America is ran by the mob, like, which, Italian immigrants. And it was basically crazy because everything that was going on in New York City, they had a hand in. All the criminal activity, just think of just one organization really control all criminal activity. You got the things that's legal here and the things that's illegal here, and all the illegal things is all in one bag. They all ran by the same organization, which I'm like, damn, that's crazy. But the craziest part about it is not only the illegal things, but the legal things. The documentary was showing it. Y'all go check that out, Fear City on Netflix, because the whole documentary was showing how they had their hand in the construction. They had the people who had the cement, people who had the bricks, the carpenters, unions. They had the truck drivers and the boat docks and gas, like whatever it'd be. They had their hand. They was getting a piece of it. It's like the police was just frustrated because they couldn't even figure out, like, man, if the mafia just say, man, you know what, ain't no trucks coming in here, ain't no boats coming in bringing no supplies. They said that they something like if when they said stop working, it'll be 2 million people to stop working, something like this. But they just had a lot of power, a lot of power. So when I say all that, though, I had to think about it like, man, the black culture really learned how to be a gangster from the Italian culture in America, and the American mob and all of that. Like, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of my favorite movies was based off that. Everybody, you got The Godfather, Goodfellas, just a lot of movies, Casino and Bronx Tale, all these movies that I kind of grew up watching. It had that thing because it was just appealing to me. Like, and the whole culture, black culture, kind of took to that. Like, man, look, the mobsters, like they ain't going by the rules. They breaking the rules, and basically not just the fact that they breaking the rules, but the fact that they are like the underdogs, and it's like they're up against, it's them against the world type of mentality. And that's how we feel too So it was kind of like, man, to see somebody come from the bottom and make it that far, it was just like, wow. Like it was kind of inspirational, you know, just to be honest. Like, and just the codes of, you know, code of silence, no snitching, all of that really came from the mob. Like, we, you know, all the rappers, they making their names, having mob names, and it was just like, you know, the rules, it was just, you know, it had a big effect on the culture. But so when you really think about it, man, like, I just be digging in deep to see the mentality of our culture, kind of like, where did it begin? Where did it start? How did it become the way it is right now? And that's a big part of it, is that we all watch the movies and, you know, walk around, stuck our chest out a little bit. We loyal to our friends, and, you know, that whole loyalty, and we like that, though. We like the idea of that sticking together, like money and power and respect. It was just like that. But I ain't gonna hold y'all too long, though. That was just something I was thinking about. But Gam, tapping out, check my links out. Got my album Hill Boy, got my single Organic, got my videos, timeline, going global video, all of that. You know, check my page out. Till next time, Gam signing up.